no new show next week, but we have one tonight, and I think it's time we get right into it. So give me a second. Here's a switch. Yeah, cool animation. All right, so let's begin with a little game that was, well, actually confirmed. So last week we talked about the Walmart, Canada Walmart, which leaked a bunch of games that are supposedly going to be at E3. One of which, Rage 2, out of all the games on there, was initially pretty much confirmed by Bethesda, as they've tweeted it out, reactivated their Twitter account, and then not longer than maybe a few days afterwards, they released 2 trailers. One live action, one gameplay. I got the live action one. Okay, well, whatever. You can see that one for a while. This was reported off of GameSpot.com. This is written by, let me see, where is the author of this? Oh, Oscar Deas. All right. So after a series of teasers and an initial reveal trailer, Bethesda has finally shown off some Rage 2 gameplay. The PS4, Xbox One, and PC shooter features a lot of over-the-top action, bunch of guns, and for the first time in this series, an open world. Take a look at the new footage for yourself above, which you're seeing behind us. At least the first initial trailer. In addition, Bethesda has revealed a few more details about the upcoming game, born from a collaboration of the gods of shooters, id Software, and the masters of open mayhem, Avalanche Studios. Rage 2 packs Carnival of Carnage so intense it only comes from a legendary two legendary AAA studios. Read a press release. So, one of the things. So first off, these guys who are making this game was making supposedly Mad Max 2. Mad Max came out the same day as what was it? Metal Gear Solid 5, and that came out, and there was supposedly going to be a sequel to that, but because of something I forgot the entire details, but like it went along the lines of the person who had the rights didn't want him to do another one. So then they were kind of up to like, well, we have all these assets, so I guess in this case, you know, Bethesda kind of like, hey, if you want to make another game like that, we have something similar. So Rage 2 it is.
That's not terribly surprising considering. Did you ever play Rage 1?
You know what's funny? I have not. I've seen it, and I know I should play it because I know it was a huge thing back when they were announced it and they showed it off, but I have not played it yet.
It's very Mad Maxian. So the idea, I mean, it wasn't good, but the idea is that you're in basically a giant wasteland. You crash land in like a rocket ship or I don't remember exactly. Not that it matters. And the idea of the game is you were supposed to go from point A to point B, scavenging for items to create more guns or different guns, and build a car, essentially, like from scratch. That way, for when you're driving around, you can have little car combat sequences. And when you go into buildings, which was arguably the best part of the game, it just becomes gun battle simulator. I never beat the game because it was boring, but when playing it, I remember back in the day when I played Rage, I just kept thinking, this is very Mad Maxian, this is very Thunderdome. And so to hear that the Mad Max people are working on the sequel is not terribly surprising.
Mm-hmm.
But due to the reception of Rage is why I think where the surprise that Rage 2 is being made.
Yeah, because if you ask somebody who are within the game industry, or you know, who, or you know, as we do cover it, who was wanting a Rage 2, like out of the games that people wanted back, because that one came out of left field. And again, going back to that Canadian Walmart leak of all the games, like Rage 2 again was like one of those games where like there's no way this is gonna happen, and then oh behold, it happened. It's like, oh shit, which leads credits to that league more so than before. So that league list that Walmart Canada has put out there is, people are starting to look at it a bit more now with intense eyes because of with this announcement. So it may. I'm pretty sure not all of them are going to be confirmed. I know I have in the fourth subject that some of the games were on there are not going to be at E3. So not everything is true on there, but it definitely was a big surprise. And again, I have not played Rage 1. I am planning to do so. I remember hearing that it was a pretty okay game, but then like the ending boss was not great. That's what I've heard. So
I'd say the overall game was kind of boring. That was my biggest complaint. Like they tried to give you this like boomerang glaive sort of thing.
yeah,
That was kind of fun to control in a slow motion aspect, but ultimately like there wasn't much to the gameplay. It was drive from point A to point B, shoot a bunch of people, kill a bunch of people with your glaive, go to the next location, go into another building, do the same thing over and over again for 10 hours. Like it got very, very stale. And the world was trying to build itself around this idea of like, it takes place in like the future, but not really the future. It's like, what is happening here? And it wasn't very fun. It wasn't, to me, like, something that makes the Mad Max movies stand out is its absurdness. For 2 hours, maybe not even that long, you get to enjoy absurdness.
yeah.
So I never beat, like I said, I never beat the game just because I didn't care.
Yeah.
And the Mad Max video game did a good job of that, but I feel the Mad Max game also became very stale, as that was the crux of the game, was just go from point A to point B, fight a few guys that are trying to kill you with like in the car situation, build your car up to be stronger. The combat was cool because it was very Batman Arkham Asylum-esque.
Right.
And then once you take over like different spots, they become yours in a way. So like it was just it to me there was no story. For the Mad Max films, there's a story. There's a legitimate story. Thanks, Valer. And in the case of Rage, I felt that Rage very much tried to hone in that same Mad Max feeling, and I don't personally feel that Mad Max fits a video game, is what I'm trying to get at.
Okay, interesting.
Like the Mad Max game wasn't bad.
Right.
It's not a bad game.
Right,
it's just a boring game after like 4 hours.
Right, gotcha. Okay. So more likely we'll see this at E3, in the Bethesda press conference, probably some more stuff we haven't seen, or maybe they'll show the same trailer, who knows. The thing that kind of piqued my interest is because I remember seeing this tweeted out, or the company coming out and saying that Bethesda stated that they have one of the most full lineups for their press conference when E3 comes around. And it got me thinking, like, what else potentially do they have that they can show off that is jam-packed full? Because the thing that comes to mind is, are they going to show Doom 2? Which I fucking hope they do. Are we getting a new Elder Scrolls game? Are we going to see some kind of Fallout, a new Fallout maybe? Or maybe like a Fallout 4 and in some location? Like, I'm kind of curious and trying to figure it out. Maybe they got some new IPs, maybe getting Dishonored.
Maybe. I mean, I doubt we're getting a new Dishonored because the other one came out way too soon ago.
Yeah.
Way too soon ago? That was terrible grammar. No, I do personally feel that Bethesda's in-show thing was Rage 2. I really do feel that way.
I think so too.
And,
yeah, agreed.
Yeah, Walmart completely fucked them on that.
Oh yeah.
So I think that Bethesda's going to try to make their entire conference very mild. Very similar to that one year where it was like a carnival theme sort of thing.
That's true. I enjoyed that.
And they're gonna make a joke about Rage 2 being leaked. They're absolutely gonna make a joke about that.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna be those type of people who would do that. I'd definitely say that.
So I mean, I think that their conference is gonna be fun, but they were absolutely banking on surprising everybody with Rage 2, which is funny considering that again, the reception for the announcement of Rage 2 was like, what? Why?
Yeah, that's the thing, too. If this was going to be their ender to their press conference, I think it would leave a lot of people just kind of scratching their heads, like, wait, why? Like, who wanted a Rage 2? It's actually
Yeah.
the same thing as people ask, like, why would he need a Knack 2? It's the same situation.
The only person I know that needs a Knack 3 at this point, a Knack sequel, is Video Game Donkey.
Yeah.
A gag within his episodes on YouTube is he constantly makes a joke that Knack is the best game of all time. That's the joke. So
that's the joke. All right, moving on to our next topic at hand. This is reported off of Kotaku.com, written by Jason Schreier.